judiciary. 50th anniversary birthday gift to the judiciary and commitment to the rule of law. A round of applause for the Honorable Attorney General. And I thank you, sir, always for the honor. I do not take it for granted. Thank you very much, sir. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our special guest of honor, we thank you for your continued patience. We appreciate your presence here today. I'd like to say that it is wonderful always when there is music in the air, and the band did an incredible job this morning by performing Louis Armstrong Satchmo's What a Wonderful World. Please give them a round of applause for keeping us very happy before our special guest of honor arrived. Such art, such performance, such sonorous voices to lift our spirits, a truly Nigerian brand. We thank you. Today, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned that the International Association of Women Judges were hosted in Abuja last week by the President of the Court of Appeal. I dare say the word about the Honorable Minister of FCT by the judges was that of admiration for the work he has done and thankfulness for the intervention in judiciary infrastructure, and understanding the support of Mr. President and Mr. Vice President for these huge infrastructural projects who support the judiciary, and their support is powerful. We thank them. Today, we are thankful for this beautiful building and for those who are here in support of the commissioning, led in chief by His Excellency, our amiable Vice President in representation. No one else fits that bill for gratitude than our elegant and cerebral Honorable Minister of State for FCT, Dr. Maria Mahmood, as she comes forward to deliver her vote of thanks.
Thank you very much, the Director of the Program. Your Excellency, the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, ably represented by the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Senator Kashi Shettima, GCON. The Honorable Justice of Nigeria, my Lordship, Justice Kudrat Kekere Iku, GCON, all members of the National Assembly that are here present, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Chief Prince Latif Pabimi, SAN. The Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, His Excellency Barrister Ezemo Yosunwike, CON, a life bencher. All other members of the Federal Executive Council that are here with us, the President of the Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Monica Degba-Mese, CFR. All other judges and head of courts, my lordships that are here with us, all SSAs to the President, all top members, management officials that are here, area council chairman, our royal fathers, contractor, captain of industries, everybody that is here with us, I acknowledge you all. And it is with heart full of gratitude and joy that I express our deepest appreciation to everyone that has found time to come and celebrate with us at this auspicious occasion. That's the official commissioning of the newly constructed Court of Appeal building, the Abuja division here in the Daiki View. It's another landmark that shows our collective commitment to contribute to the building, to Nigeria, to the judiciary. We have to thank His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for his visionary leadership and also unwavering commitment in delivering infrastructure that will enable our judiciary to serve our people with dignity, with independence, and also with excellence. We also have to appreciate His Excellency Barrister Ezemo Yosunwike, a life bencher, for his continued effort always to deliver transformative infrastructure across the nation capital, and also to reaffirm the renewed hope agenda of His Excellency, Mr. President, through impactful and visible projects that everybody can see. We have to appreciate the CGN, the President Court of Appeal, all the members of the bench and bar that are here with us, the National Assembly, our supporters, the media crew, and everyone whose contribution and collaboration has made this project a reality. We appreciate everyone for your presence. We appreciate you for your continuous support always. We also say thank you for the belief you have in our government. Thank you, everyone, and we thank you for coming.
A difficult task. To say thank you is a very difficult task. And the Honorable Minister of State, FCT, makes it look easy every time she comes to the podium. We thank you. We thank you always. The person who says thank you never gets to be thanked. So we thank you. Thank you so very much indeed. Thank you. A round of applause for the elegant Honorable Minister of State. Your Excellencies, on the Democracy Day of 2025, the 26th Democracy Day, His Excellency, Mr. Vice President said, and I quote, "The burden of democracy is not to be carried by one man alone. We must rise collectively to build a fortress around our democracy that no force of anarchy can breach." Again, Mr. Vice President emphasized the importance of the substance of democracy and not just the form when he addressed the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in September of 2024, emphasizing that democracy should go beyond elections and institutions to deliver justice, security, opportunity, and improved living standards for our people. We thank you for your presence, sir, always. In representation of the #1 citizen, Mr. Vice President sits patiently with us today. We thank you, sir. A round of applause for Mr. Vice President. The work going on in the FCT is beyond roads and buildings. The FCT Minister, Ezenwo Nyesom-Wike, is always explaining to those who care to listen that there are schools rehabilitation going on. There is health support going on. And there is recruitment of many of our citizens and residents wherever there is a job deployed to a contractor. In fact, he always highlights job employment as part of the collateral value that contractors must bring to the table. A man whose energy is one to be admired, whose attention to detail is well noted and respected, whose passion for infrastructure is unprecedented, an administrator and a barrister at law. Please join me as I welcome Mr. Project, Honorable Minister of FCT, Ezenwo Nyesom-Wike, to deliver his address.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, ably represented by our own loyal, courageous Vice President, Senator Kasim Shettima, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger. Distinguished senators here, particularly my own senator, Senator Oluwero Yesu, and Senator Osita Izunaso, the Honorable the Attorney General, and the Prince, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Latif Fabibi, the Honorable Minister of State, Federal Capital Territory, the President of the Court of Appeal, and Justices of the Court of Appeal for the various divisions that are here, our dear leaders, the mandate secretary, the staff of the Federal Capital Territory Administration. Mr. President, let me take permission from you to specially recognize so that I'll be able to eat food at home. My wife, Suzette Ebrechi Nyesom-Wike, the wife of the Minister of FCT. I don't want anybody to deny me my lunch at home. Mr. President, let me also, these opportunities do not come every day. Like I've said, somebody has laid a foundation which we use the ladder to climb. Our own leader, whom God has so much blessed, but he has now left us to do what he has taught us. They used to call him the political bulldozer of Rivers State. But God has now taken him out of that place. That should not be a traditional ruler. So he laid the foundation for all of us. Sergeant Chidi, I would say, never the one of Emawa. This sergeant is not that he has seen the military before. He has never been in the army. But how he became sergeant, I do not know. But since we cannot quote it, Your Excellency, let me join my sister, my colleague, the Honorable Minister of State FCT, thanking you. This is the 4th day of 31 days of commissioning projects. Out of the 4 days, you have come personally 3 times, that is 3 days out of the 4 days. We want to sincerely thank you for your support for the administration of the FCT. Your Excellency, let me say that the President and Commander-in-Chief, just like what the President of Province said, in one of their legal years, which I was opportune to attend, she did mention of the condition where the Court of Appeal Division was facing at the headquarters. And I did promise, like she said, to inform the President. And I did inform the President that there's the need to intervene. And Mr. President, I was touched when I told him that Mr. President said, don't you think also that he has had a lot of complaints about where our justices and judges are residing? Some of them are staying in areas where you don't even know where the criminals are. And that the need, therefore, to start providing befitting accommodation. And so you are not only going to intervene in the structure of providing a befitting complex for the Abuja Division of Court of Appeal, you should also try to see that we start laying foundation, building residences for them. And I did say, sir, yes, that is possible, but I have to do it only for the FCT, since we are only dealing with the FCT administration. So it will go for the FCT High Court. He said, yes, you are right. But what about the Federal High Court, the Industrial Court, and the Court of Appeal? Who are they serving? Who are the beneficiaries of the services they render? They are the citizens of Abuja and those who carry on their businesses in Abuja. So you will not restrict yourself to only providing for the FCT High Court. You must also provide for the Federal High Court, the Industrial Court, and the Court of Appeal. And we agreed to do that. Again, he said, I hope you know that it will not look at other projects that will be abandoned for other administrations to inherit. Anything we will start, you must make sure it is completed. Your Excellency, very happy with your support to the FCT. Today, we are here to commission this edifice. I want to also say that we are not only commissioning this edifice, just like the Attorney General said, we have also completed the project we started in terms of housing for the justices and judges of the various courts. Tomorrow, we are going to hand over the one for the Court of Appeal. On Wednesday, we are going to hand over the one for the Federal High Court. And then in July 7th, we are going to hand over the one for the FCT High Court. Tomorrow, we are going to flag off for the Industrial Court and also for the members of the Code of Conduct Tribunal. The President has directed that they must also benefit from this intervention. Your Excellency, like I've always said, in 2024, when we celebrated the 1-year anniversary of Mr. President, we took out 9 days for the commission of projects for Mr. President 1 year in office. 9 days. In 2025, we took out 19 days. To the glory of God, for the 3rd year, we are taking out 31 days for the commissioning of projects. One thing, like the Attorney General said, the independence of the judiciary, and it is the belief of Mr. President, you can't talk about the independence of the judiciary when the judiciary does not have befitting environment where they can carry out their functions. How do you talk about independence when somebody cannot sit comfortably, carry out his or her duties? When somebody does not have a befitting home to stay and do their work. And so if you want to talk about independence of judiciary, you must, apart from the emoluments that are attached to them, you must provide a befitting environment where they are going to work and give them comfortable areas where they will stay and do their work in terms of their houses. I'm sure by the time His Excellency unveils this complex today and you have access to this, you would see that the total difference, like what the President said, built with the modern technology that will not have any problems. I'm happy because when the contract was awarded to a local contractor, I was really worried. And I called the managing director, whom I have known. I said, you know, I do not have friends when it concerns doing jobs. If you want to be my friend, please make sure that this job is completed and on time. I've always said that if I pay you money during rainy season, you must also work during rainy season. Because there's no need, if you're not going to work during rainy season, then you collect our money, you can put it in the bank and begin to make interest. So if you know you will not work during the rainy season, leave our money alone to stay with us. When dry season comes, we pay you. The MD, I thank you with your staff. I'm sure, I don't think that you want to be somebody like me again when it concerns contracts. I think I've been here not less than 20 times. 2 days ago I was here, and yesterday I was here. I was trying to go around the complex, and I was pointing out to them that this is not our standard. If you don't do those things that I come here today, I will abuse you. Yes, you will say, what is my business? Abuse does not talk in anybody's body, but let me abuse you first. So I thank God as I came, I also went and they've taken corrections of those things. So I'm very happy and thank the President, like the Attorney General said, it's a gift for the 50th year of the Court of Appeal. And I will also say, some people are lucky in life. Why do I say so? You are not the first President of the Court of Appeals. You are not the first. But one would ask, why is it a time that Abuja has now come to have a complex of its own? Why is it a time that now they are providing houses for your colleague, your brother judges, and also providing houses for the heads of court? Everybody has his own period, and God Almighty has decided that it is your own time all this will come. And we are happy. The High Minister of State and my humble self, we are also lucky to work with Mr. President at this time of changing the narrative in the FCT and Nigeria in general. Let me thank also, you should thank the Attorney General too, who has always made sure that every day, either he calls me or we meet in the Federal Council, and he will say, are you sure those projects will be ready for the Court of Appeal 50th year and the 3rd year anniversary of Mr. President? I will always say, son, go home and sleep with your 2 eyes closed. That will be done. Today, to the glory of God, we are here. When we came here, there are no houses here. There was no road. We had to construct this road. Mr. Vice President, you recollect, the day you came to commission this road, it was raining heavily. And we said, whoever is doing this has failed, that you must commission this road that day. And to the glory of God, those of us who are prayer warriors, we prayed and prayed and prayed, and the rain stopped, and you came. Since we started this project and this road was completed, all over the place, projects are springing up left, right, and center. Because I've told them, if I see anywhere that the land is not developed, we have a lot of things to do with land. I will take it and make sure those who want to develop it will develop it. Finally, I will pray that we support the president. The judiciary needs public infrastructure. FCT needs development. But development needs funding. You cannot have development when there's no fund. So all of us are happy. We are clapping hands, defeating edifice. But have you asked your own self-question? Have you played your own role as expected of good citizens? How many of us here have paid our grand rates? How many of us here have paid our tenement rate? So it's not enough to clap. We're happy. We have a new place now. Ask, where did we get the money from? Where did we get the money from? So I've seen all the faces smiling. Justices are smiling. If you know you have not paid your grand rate, consider that the land will no longer belong to you. We'll give it to those who can pay us the grand rate for us to build public infrastructure. On this note, Mr. President, I invite you to commission this complex to the glory of God. Thank you, and God bless you.
Please kindly take your...
The Chairman, Senate Committee on Markets, Capital Markets and Institutions, distinguished Senator Osita Idunaso, with the Senator representing Imo West Senatorial District, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Federal Character and Intergovernmental Affairs, and the Senator representing Rivers East, Senator Olwell Hiacho Yeso, the Honorable Member representing Obio Akko Federal Constituency of Rivers State, Honorable Ogundu Kingsley Chinda, Your Lordship, the President of the Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Monica Bolnan Dongwan Mensem, the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Latif Olasunkami Pakbemi SAN, the Honorable Minister of State, Federal Capital Territory, Dr. Maria Mahmoud Bunkure, Honorable Justices of the Court of Appeal, most especially Justice Suzette Ebere-Chiwike, and other heads of courts of various jurisdictions, Your Royal Highness, Chief Sergeant Awuse, and other royal fathers present here, my former colleagues in the National Assembly, I have seen Senator Tanimu Phillips Aduda. Wow, other colleagues. Senator Abe Magnus Abe. Well, I recognize all of you. officials of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and Federal Capital Development Authority, Area Council Chairman, Managing Director of Visible Construction Limited, Mr. Laken Adebi, honored guests, members of the Fourth Estate of the Rim, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I would like to join my Lord, Justice Monica Domkan Mensem, to appreciate Mrs. Eugenia Abu. She graduated from the Ahmadu Bello University Zaria with BA English in 1981 when I was wearing shorts and attending secondary school. She anchored the Prime NTA Network News for 17 years and holds MA in Contemporary Policy Studies from City University of London with a distinction in 1992, and added an MA from Steele University in Creative Writing in 2001. So she's a poet, a writer, a broadcast journalist. In the blink of an eye was one of her collection of essays. And she's a wonderful lady. Any program that she anchors, I feel very comfortable because she is supremely competent. Eugenia will keep on embarrassing you at all functions. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it is with great pride that I stand here today in Dakibu to commission the Court of Appeal Abuja Division Building Complex. This is not just a building. This is a statement that under the renewed hope agenda, the rule of law will have a befitting home. My lords, for too long, the Abuja division of this court operated from a cramped temporary space, and that was unacceptable. A nation that seeks justice must respect the temple of justice. When I visited and saw the condition, I gave a simple instruction: fix it. And today we have fixed it. Let me especially commend the Honorable Minister of the FCT, His Excellency Barrister Nyesom Ezenwo-Wike, a live bencher, for truly being Mr. Project, Mr. Fix-It. When I appointed you as the Minister of the FCT, I knew you would not sleep. You took the assignment to deliver this project in May 2024. By July, contractors were on site. You promised 16 months. You delivered in record time. No excuses, no variation. And you delivered in record time. Nigerians can see the difference. Well done, Barrister Ezenwo. This complex is world-class. With 2 large and 8 smaller courtrooms, legal cases will now receive speedy attention. This will go a long way to ensure that there is justice for all. Uphold the rule of law, maintain law and order in the Federal Capital Territory, and reduce congestion in our correctional centers. This is how you honor the judiciary. This is how you strengthen democracy. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the renewed hope agenda is not a slogan. It is action. We said we'll restore the dignity of our institutions. We are doing it for the judiciary. We are doing it in health, in education, in roads, in power. Brick by brick, we are rebuilding Nigeria. This project aligns with our renewed hope agenda, which strives towards improved governance and the rule of law by carrying out judicial reforms, restructuring the judiciary, and increasing funding to ensure a just, rule-based society. I am therefore pleased by the concrete efforts made by the Minister of the FCT to domesticate this policy thrust by building more courts, constructing befitting residencies for judicial officers, digitizing judicial processes in the territory, and providing solid support for legal education. My lords, you serve this nation under immense pressure. The Abuja Division carries a heavy docket. From election petitions to constitutional matters, the eyes of Nigeria are on you. You deserve an environment that matches the weight of your responsibility. This complex, my lords, is not a pebble. It is your right, and will do more. To Mrs. Visible Construction Limited, you have shown what indigenous firms can do. The completion of this building is a testament to administration support for local contractors and for the provision of opportunities for local businesses to thrive and compete in a fair environment. This magnificent edifice shows that local companies have the capacity to deliver high-quality projects on time. This is the Nigeria we are building. I also congratulate the good people of the FCT, who now have better access to justice, law, and order. Thank you for your patience. I know construction in a sensitive area like this comes with its share of inconveniences, but you endured. Today you have a Court of Appeal complex you can be proud of. To my Lord Justices, as you move into this complex, Nigeria asks one thing of you. Let justice be swift. Let it be fair. Let it be blind to status, pride, or prose. Let the common man feel that this court is truly his last hope. On this note, and on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, and to the glory of Almighty God, I hereby commission the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division Building Complex, for the service of justice and for the benefit of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May this edifice stand as a symbol of our democracy. May it deliver judgments that unite and strengthen our nation. Thank you, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, President and CNC of the Armed Forces. Thank you.
Only those who went to receive the Vice President and also the First Lady of FCT, Honorable Justice Eberechi, should please join her husband at this point. Attorney General, two Senators, Osita Izunaso, Orwell Onyeso, Minister of State, and of course, Lady Eberechi, my Lord. I'd like her to please join her husband at this stage. My Lord, please. Thank you. The contractor, quickly.
It's my singular honor and privilege to cherish forever, on behalf of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, commission this beautiful edifice to serve justice to the people of Nigeria.
We congratulate Honorable Justice Monica Dongba Menson, whose birthday was Saturday. Happy birthday to you.
Abuja Division, officially commissioned by His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, on Monday, 15th June 2026.
The Court of Appeal Complex, Abuja Division, has been commissioned by no less a person than the representative of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And we congratulate Honorable Justice Monica Dongba Menson, President of the Court of Appeal, and Justices of the Court of Appeal. And we congratulate her as well on her birthday on Saturday. We celebrate her. Congratulations to my Lord, the Honorable Justice Monica Dongba Menson, President of the Court of Appeal. Happy birthday to you. We shall all remain calm on our seats until Mr. Vice President has toured the complex, and as he makes his way out, we will take the salute to the nation any moment now. What a great day it is to be born on the official commissioning of the newly constructed Court of Appeal building, Abuja Division, which has so been commissioned by our affable Vice President. In representation of Mr. President of the Federal Republic. Such a beautiful building to behold. Be ready. The Vice President is on his way out. As soon as he approaches his car, the national anthem. Media, please keep it quiet so you can hear when we want the national anthem. As soon as I sight the Vice President, we will play it. Let's keep it quiet for now. And I will let you know when he makes his way out of the building. Please, let's stay quiet, let's stay calm until such a time when he emanates from the building. He's on tour with quite a number of personalities, including the President of the Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Monica Dongba-Mensah, my Lord, and the Honorable Minister of the FCT and his lovely wife, First Lady of the FCT, has also joined for this tour. We also have with them the Honorable Minister of State. Of course, we have two senators, Senator Izunasu, Senator Nyeso. We also have with them the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Prince Fagbemi, who has joined in this tour. This tour that they are making is for them to take a first-hand look at this Court of Appeal complex, newly minted Court of Appeal complex, which houses 2 large courts, 8 smaller ones, and also houses the office of the President of the Court of Appeal. What an incredible feat. The government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done the honors, and they say the welfare of the judiciary is uppermost in their minds. This is shown and has been seen and validated by this building today. This building that has added to the beautiful skyline of one of Africa's most beautiful federal capital territories. In addition, tomorrow we would also have other handovers of residencies to the judiciary. And this is a moment to celebrate the FCT minister and the federal government for the intervention that they are doing for infrastructure in the FCT. Within the FCT, the welfare of the judiciary, their comfort to be able to dispense justice without fear of, without any bias is the one that is in the mind of the FCT administration and of course the Vice President and the President of the Federal Republic. Like I said much earlier, our security members are here in their numbers, and these are the people that keep us safe both in Abuja and across the country. What you hear often will be that there has been a skirmish or a problem. Nobody talks about the times 100 where they have rescued people. We therefore salute our security men for their service to the nation and the efforts they put into risking their lives to ensure that the rest of us are safe. We salute them. We salute the chairmen, area councils who have gathered here today, because with them, we know that the Honorable Minister is not involved only in the city center. We have gone to Buhari and Kuje and all the 6 area councils to flag off and commission projects. He's also concerned about the areas outside the Federal Capital Territory in the central by looking at the area councils to ensure that they also benefit from the largesse of the federal government. As you heard the Honorable Minister say, as you heard the Vice President say, this is not a favor. It is the right of the justices of the Court of Appeal to have a befitting edifice where they do their work in comfort and they are able to dispense justice properly. This edifice will serve FCT, all the citizens, small and big, and will ensure that the justices in this division do their work without fear or favor. This is the time for us to remember that the judiciary is indeed one of the strong arms of government, the executive, and of course the legislature, making the 3 arms of government in a democracy, ensuring that they all work in unison to deliver democracy to the citizens of Nigeria. And the federal government has continued to move to ensure that the judiciary is comfortable. But the national anthem. Media, the anthem. This event stands closed. Congratulations to the FCT. Thank you, Mr. Vice President, representing the President. Congratulations, Justice Monica Dongba Manson. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the President of the Court of Appeal, whose birthday was on Saturday. Congratulations to the Honorable Minister and his team. We thank you very much, Mr. Vice President, sir, for coming to represent the number 1 citizen of the country. This event is officially closed. The newly constructed Court of Appeal building, Abuja Division, and the commissioner. Thank you very much all for coming. Good afternoon.
You'll be watching our coverage of the official commissioning of the newly constructed Court of Appeal building in Abuja, the nation's capital. This brings us to the end of the broadcast. Please stay tuned as we now continue with the rest of our programming for the day.
What is wrong with my husband?
Ma, he was very sick in the office. This is a lab result.
Thank you, Luther. With Luther, malaria is in big trouble. Luther contains Artemether and lumefantrine, and it is used to treat malaria.
Luther is another quality product from Ovid and marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited.
Thanks for joining us on the program today. I'm Amarachi Ubani. Here's what's coming up within the half hour. Leaders react to the new U.S.-Iran peace deal that will be signed on Friday in Geneva, Switzerland. Russian airstrikes killed at least 11 people across cities in Ukraine. Plus, anti-G7 protesters accuse world leaders of profiting from global conflict ahead of the summit in Geneva. Let's begin the world today. U.S. President Donald Trump says ships are starting to move through the Strait of Hormuz hours after the U.S. and Iran agreed a peace deal, which is expected to be signed on Friday, June 19th. Writing on his Truth Social handle, the U.S. president said they're going along the Southern Highway, which is totally safe, secure, and pristine. He also highlights that there are other areas of travel also. Trump was first to announce the deal with Iran coming on Sunday on his 80th birthday. He had also promised that the Strait of Hormuz would be reopened and that the U.S. naval blockade of Iran will end.
The deal between the United States and Iran is confirmed by Iran's deputy foreign minister, who says that it will be signed on Friday. Speaking in an interview on television, he says the first point is the immediate and permanent end of the war and military operations. In fact, on various fronts, including Lebanon. Israel says it is not a party to the deal. Media reports have pointed to a 60-day ceasefire, the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, and an end to the U.S. naval blockade, sanctions relief for Iran, and talks on Iran's nuclear program. According to the Pakistani Prime Minister, the deal was the immediate and permanent termination of military operations on all fronts, including in Lebanon. Speaking in Parliament, he says the signing ceremony of the historic deal will be held on Friday, June 19, in Geneva, hosted by Pakistan. There have been reactions to news of the deal. China, which has been watching from the sidelines through its foreign ministry, voiced its support for the Memorandum of Understanding. The ministry's spokesperson Lin Jiang said that China hopes that the U.S. and Iran will sign the first phase Memorandum of Understanding as scheduled, and that all relevant parties would adhere to the peaceful choice and resolve the issue through dialogue and negotiation.
Czy możemy prosić komentarz do porozumienia wstępnego Stanów Zjednoczonych?
The Polish foreign minister in his reaction says it's in the interest of the whole world that the Strait of Hormuz remains open.
We have been in contact with Iran, but also the Gulf partners.
The EU's High Representative Kaja Kallas insists that the bloc has expertise to offer on nuclear negotiations with Iran.
Well, it is much welcomed, and finger crossed that they will be also initialized on Friday, because everybody needs the Strait of Hormuz to be open and actually this war to stop. So it is much welcomed, and we hope that it will last.
In the meantime, Israel has launched fresh airstrikes and artillery shelling on the towns of Kafar Tenbit and Upper Nabitiek, hours after the deal was announced by the United States.
Joining us now is academic and director of research at Misgav Institute for National Security and Zionist Strategy, Dr. Adi Schwartz. He joins us from Caesarea in Israel. Dr. Schwartz, thank you for joining us on the program today.
Thank you for having me.
Israel has made it clear, very clear, in fact, it is not in support of this deal. It had nothing to do with it. Do you think that the U.S. President Donald Trump had any conversations at all with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu about the contents of the deal that he was proposing, to Iran, and they both agreed on Sunday?
Well, according to news reports, we know that there are discussions between President Trump and Prime Minister Netanyahu almost on a daily basis, and perhaps sometimes even more than that. But still, there can be disagreements. I mean, for the last few months, Israel and the United States have cooperated, I think, very well in terms of the military cooperation. and the attacks in Iran. But at the end of the day, the United States and President Trump have American interests above all, whereas Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has Israel's interests. At the end of the day, the United States, they can make their own mistakes. They live very far from the Middle East. The consequences will be felt here. There's no existential threat coming from Iran to the United States. They are not under, for the countries who live here, for the people who live here, it's a question of life and death. As we have seen, Iran is threatening and shooting at its neighbors, countries in the Gulf, of course, Israel. They created havoc all around the Middle East through Lebanon, Syria, earlier Iraq, Yemen. So, of course, there are different interests in this region and, of course, global interests such as the ones that President Trump is trying to handle.
Right. And so there is a deal on the table that will be signed on Friday in Geneva. But there have also been a number of airstrikes from Israel on Lebanon this morning. Does that presuppose that Israel will continue airstrikes on Lebanon against Hezbollah militants despite this deal? And how could that affect the implementation of the deal that will be signed on Friday?
It's a very good question. I think it was a mistake, first of all, to connect these two arenas. I don't think that we should give a veto power to Iran on another country. Lebanon is a sovereign country. It doesn't make any sense to connect these two arenas. And we have to remember that the problem in Lebanon is Hezbollah. Hezbollah is the one who attacked Israel just after October 7th. Israel did not attack Lebanon. And also these airstrikes that you're mentioning, I'm not sure that the viewers are well aware of the fact that every day we have drones coming in from Lebanon into Israel, into civilian areas, into the towns and cities and villages along the border, along the Israeli border. Tens of thousands of people in the northern part of Israel have fled their homes. So it's not exactly that Israel is attacking just like that places in Lebanon. We are trying to defend ourselves. And I think it should be expected, and it only should be normal, that if Hezbollah continues to pose a threat to the northern part of Israel, then of course Israel should take all necessary means to protect the citizens and the safety of the northern part of the country.
The Strait of Hormuz has been reportedly open, according to President Trump this morning. Oil prices have also fallen, reacting to the announcement of the deal. Do you at least praise the U.S. president for, helping to avoid what some analysts have called the prolonged energy shock that was imminent if this hadn't happened?
Of course, I understand the global impacts on the energy market and other issues. Of course, that's very clear. The only problem is that if we let any country, by the way, not only Iran, but in this